This is a process shot. I'm Michael. I think I'm on the list now. And I've seen Flaming Creatures, a weird experimental film or something, made back in 1963 by Jack Smith. The film is silent and without a clear storyline, but it seems to follow a group of people who dress in drag, prance around, and have sex. At some point, this group ends up assaulting a woman, whose screams are apparently powerful enough to cause an earthquake, which rouses the attention of some kind of vampire woman. It's not easy to explain what's going on because it's not actually easy to see what's going on. The movie looks as though it were shot on paper rather than film, and then had someone smear the printout around to make everything seem foggy. It may just be that way because of the condition and quality of the film when I saw it, but even so, the film itself doesn't really try to make anything clear. Most shots are tight and clustered, either crowding people into the frame or using an extreme close-up without coming back out. In that sense, it's more focused on the action being portrayed than the story it's trying to tell, and you end up having to guess what's going on. It also doesn't help that anything resembling a story or narrative to follow doesn't happen until maybe about halfway through the movie. And until then, it's just watching the group of people, who I assume are the titular creatures. Again, it doesn't really explain what's up. Flaming Creatures was shot silently, but there are still sounds and audio cues, as well as a smattering of musical choices. But, like the visuals in the film, they don't necessarily make anything clearer either. The music is applied seemingly at random, sometimes setting the mood, but otherwise coming through more like the filmmakers had hastily tried to cobble something together. The only standout is a single scene with actual dialogue, but it too feels out of place, and more like a bit of audio recorded for an entirely separate project, but repurposed here. Overall, Flaming Creatures doesn't really seem to have much in the way of being an actual film. The story is ignored, if not absent. The visuals show little, if anything, to help out. And the audio is an aimless mishmash. It comes through more as the kind of movie that people think that student films or experimental art house movies are like, only here it's being played entirely straight. The only thing that I can assume is that it would make a lot more sense in the context of its release back in the 60s, but I wouldn't know what that is. The internet here still blocks everything but YouTube and Twitter. Flaming Creatures. Jack Smith, 1963. Half a star. I don't really recommend it. Anyways, that's the end of the review. Leave a like or a comment if you've got something to say, or subscribe if you're not much of a talker. Oh, almost forgot. This movie's got nudity. Yeah, they just let it hang out all over the place.